don't know what it is. Directors of the agency, distinguished on behalf of the seven presence again for a day like this. We thank you, Father, for how you led us this far, for your wisdom and direction as we meet in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you very much. We are on to the second item on our program, and that is opening remarks by the Lord.
I'm wasting much time. Let me very sincerely apologize to all of us for doing this ceremony now. You agree with us that it's not an easy process for us to put this activity in place within 48 hours of approval of what we are doing here by the Governor of Cross River State, Senator Professor Ben Ayode, and the confirmation or ratification by the Executive Council of Cross River State. So we have tried our best, and I think that God is with us, and we are going to do the needful now. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my directors of administration and legal is here, Dr. Linus, and the director in charge of supply and maintenance, Right Honorable Uduak Atoba. Fortunately, two of our directors are not here now because they are attending to another very important assignment. The bureaucracy, that is our Director of Engineering Services, the Director of Special Grade, Engineer Kanu, Director Electrical, Assistant Director Electrical, Engineer Sylvester, the Procurement Officer, our Information Officer. We are here gathered to do a very simple ceremony. And the ceremony is to officially sign the contract in respect of the procurement of 181 distribution transformers as approved by His Excellency. But before we do that, permit me to briefly highlight how the journey so far and to this very moment. Indeed, we were found fit and proper by His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, Senator Professor Ben Ayode, to be appointed, and we were hereby appointed to carry out the functions and duties of this agency as specified in the enabling law. We came on board on the 15th day of December 2015, and immediately we took off, and by the passionate desire of His Excellency to interface and improve our electricity supply in Cross River State, particularly in the Calabar metropolis, the very first assignment was His directive of us to carry out a critical survey of the state of the distribution transformer within the metropolis, that is Calabar South and Calabar Municipality. His intention was to ensure that we have 24 hours power supply as far as this state and particularly the capital city is concerned, given also his drive to utilize the available power in an NIPP project at Tujupani. So we went all out in collaboration with Port Harcourt Electrification Distribution Company. We carried out a survey and we came to a radical conclusion, and reasonable as well, that for us to achieve the desired position of His Excellency, definitely some transformers within this area, some have to be replaced, some have to be relieved, a lot of congestion and a lot of overload. If we have to achieve, we need to also address all these factors. We're happy His Excellency graciously gave us approval after presentation of our report. His Excellency graciously approved it and asked us to carry out a due procurement process in line with the provisions of the Cross River State Procurement Law of 2012. We did that very religiously, advertised in national dailies, our own dailies here in Cross River State paper, and also in our tender journal. We had bidders from all over the nation, in fact all over the world, that bidded for this. And we are so happy with the due process that was carried out. At the end of the day, Skipper Nigeria Limited, one of the registered companies in Nigeria, who also applied, met all the necessary requirements, as provided in the procurement law. And they were satisfied, the processes were satisfied by the due process, bureau, that due process and price intelligence bureau, that indeed gave us a certificate of no objection to affirm to the position that, to the fact that the entire exercise was transparent, it was free from fraud. We did everything within the provisions of the law to ensure where we are. Again, the budget office, gave us clearance to certify that the exercise we went all out for, the activity, the government activity, were captured, in the 2016 appropriation law of Cross River State. So the law ramifications were justified by our process. They also justified by the provision, by the fact that it is indeed required for us to do this activity for the interest of the populace of Cross River State. Again, we submitted all this to His Excellency and he graciously approved it and forwarded the approval to ESCO, the Executive Council of Cross River State, in its very last meeting of, is it 10 or so? 10th of, yes, of 10th of 11th of this month, ratify the approval of His Excellency, setting out, the further step for us to do the award and the signing of the agreement. So we are gathered here this evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to do just that, to enter into an agreement between the Cross River State government, represented by this agency, and Skipper Nigeria Limited. So that is why we are here this evening to show you. I welcome you to this ceremony, and I will also use the opportunity to thank His Excellency the Governor for his passion for provision of not just quantity but quality of power supply in Cross River State. Because we all know his drive in the new government, we know his intention, to expand the economy of Cross River State through industrialization and bringing in all the foreign might within him to help assist. We cannot do all this without power. That is why this exercise is being commended, not just by this office, but by the general public and citizens of Cross River State. So we really wish to use this occasion to thank His Excellency for doing this for Cross River. In fact, it is in line with one of the major drives during this campaign process, during the electioneering process. He promised Cross River that he is going to ensure that all the communities in Cross River State are electrified during his tenure. This is just the beginning, because there are more good things are going to come, to Cross River. I'll advise Cross Rivers, to use this opportunity to continue to pray for His Excellency, pray for his government, pray for all the agencies that are there to carry out the mandate of His Excellency. We thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for coming, and so we also going to go straight to signing, the contract between Skipper Nigeria Limited and the Cross River State government. Thank you so very much. Actually, what is that?
Those on behalf of the thank you very much being here to accept this point. My name is Brahman. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Skipper Electricals Limited. I am heading the factory at Ikuru. Our factory in Ikuru. In the Ikuru factory, we are manufacturing these all 180 transformers and supplying to you. So we have all the transformers are being manufacturing by Nigerians. We have 100 members of Nigeria to design and manufacturing these transformers to supply to transformers. I am assuring you, once that product is distributed, that entire sector is collaborated, will enjoy uninterrupted, good quality power supply. And we are here to give 24/7 our service. And again, once again, I would like to tell, only skipper is available in entire Nigeria to manufacture transformer and supply to you. And all other traders are bringing transformer from some other country and supplying to you. By getting this agreement and supplying the transformer, our local people get to enjoy. I can invite more people. I can give more opportunity to local people. And to be frank with you, we have only 6 expatriates to run this company. Remaining all 100 people we recruited from Nigeria, from various states. Because some people are coming from Cross River State working for our company. Some of them from Edo, from India, Nigeria. And they are happy, we are happy with them. And I assure you, we will give good service and these people of Cross River State will enjoy with our transformer, uninterrupted and good quality service.
Thank you very much. You got an emotional player. Why you do it? What is it? Why you do it? Thank you very much.
Yoga. Is our seat. Our seat. Yes, you have it. I need to check with our cover. That's it. You would like this? Let me have to see that. And then I have C.
To our midst, in this ceremony, this very great ceremony, the special advisor to the governor of Cross River State, General Administration, the Right Honorable Chief Mark Bukierubi, is here to witness this on behalf of His Excellency. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. We have done the official signing of the agreement between the driver.
Members of C, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I have much to add other than to thank God for this day. It has been His Excellency's desire to bring joy to the people of Cross River State in every facet of the world. And bringing electricity to the people is very essential to industrialization, to good life, and also to stem rural-urban migration. He wants our people, wherever they are, to be very happy and to be contented. This exercise today is a demonstration of this passion that His Excellency the Governor has in transforming Cross River State. It is our belief that the company speaker that went through this very rigorous exercise of selection. I'm aware, and His Excellency is fully aware, that the competition was very open and the selection was done in honesty. It is our belief, and His Excellency's belief, that this company will deliver on its promises and on the job. Thank you very much for this very important ceremony, and pray God to guide, to lead and protect us as we move the state forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So the next item is a vote of thanks from representative of Skippers. Okay, we'll officially hand over the agreement to the captain.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this agreement is made this 13th day of May, the year of our Lord 2016, between the government of Cross River State, hereinafter refers to as employer, which expression shall, whenever the context so admit, includes its authorized representative and successor in title on the one part, and Messrs. Skippers Nigeria Limited, a limited liability company whose registered office is number 388 4th floor, Coastaric Business Center, Constitution Road, Central Business District, Abuja. Hereinafter refers to as contractor, which expression shall, wherever the context of bid include the successor in title and assigned of the other part. The contract is made for the procurement of 181 transformers of different capacity for Cross River State Electrification Agency, and the contract sum of 654,235,000 naira only. We, on behalf of the Cross River State Government, the State Electrification Agency, represented by the Director General, hereby officially hand over the signed agreement to Skipper Nigeria Limited. Thank you. Having done this, our expectation is that Skipper should deliver within the scheduled period as stated in the agreement. More so, they should also deliver within the specifications as clearly stated, because the law will hold us responsible, for the fact that if you don't act within the provisions of this agreement. So we know very well that by what is submitted and how you pass this test, you certainly will be able to deliver. It is my message again to you from His Excellency that time has come where you also need to have a place in Calabar to do your business. You must have your office in Calabar. Because the drive of today is the fact that we need some of you who want to do business with Cross River State to be in a position to also employ Cross Riverians.
Yes.
And also impact your technology on Cross Riverians by training them. And you can only do this very well when you now have a place of business or a resident or an office in Calabar. This is a special message of His Excellency to you, that you are going to involve in the maintenance of our transformers and other electrical, business. Apart from this, you know that you are already engaged in solar, in a turbine, in hydro, and so many others. So you definitely must. He says it's a must. I should let you know that. So you must have an office in Calabar, and you drive to train our indigenous. So that even outside you, they will be able to maintain what they are going to put in place. That's the message. Thank you so very much.
Honorable Sir, Honorable DG, and the directors and the media who had been there in good and bad times always. And we acknowledge this agreement with the thanks to His Excellency for his gracious for the approvals. I would like to say a word about the Excellency that this order, this agreement drew us because of His Excellency's passion. He had been passionate about everything he has done, and every other projects I had been invited to see when he was on the visit for his textile field factories, his rice fields, and it's an honor to work for such an governance and under such agencies like Director General's office. We thank you again for this agreement, sir, and definitely we will deliver in time with the quality as per the specifications mentioned and given. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We will give more opportunity to employ, we have given more opportunity to employ more local people. I assure you, we will do something. Thank you.
I want to sincerely thank His Excellency for what we're witnessing today. This passionate gesture of his is going to transform the entire Calabar metropolis, because we all know that one of the biting problems we're having in Cross River State is like that of light. Transformer coming in this number will go a long way in ameliorating the plight of our people, and there will be tremendous transformation. We can't thank him enough for his passion, and Cross Riverians will be very happy at the end of the day to see that what he promised them during the campaigns is going to come to fruition. Thank you for what he has done for us as a people. It's only God that can bless him more because of the passion that he's exhibiting today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Director Omega.
Yes. The representative of His Excellency, amiable Director General, Super Nigeria Limited, my colleagues, the Director, civil servants, directors, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a great day in the life of all Cross Riverians. Poverty reduction and unemployment is deeply related with energy
and electricity supply. What His Excellency has done by this agreement today speaks volume of a desire to reduce poverty across our state, to create employment, because there are a lot that can be done when power supply is improved. The welders will go about their businesses without spending so much to burn generators. The urban-rural migration will be stemmed, and so many other things. So we thank him very profoundly. We pray to the Almighty God that His shadow will never grow less. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. While we are now rounding up,
Cross River State and our leader, Perseverance. Today, Cross River State, through His Excellency Professor Senator Ben Ayade, has proven again that Cross River State is always a pace setter. And today we've shown the light again that we will be one of the few states in Nigeria to meet the Millennium Development Goals. And of course, part of that Millennium Development Goals is to ensure that electricity gets to all crooks and crannies of Cross River State. Today's major memorandum of understanding which Cross River State Electrification Agency has signed with Skipper shows that we are on board to ensuring that Perseverance benefit absolutely from the dividends of democracy via electricity. Because once there's electricity, once there is power, is the engine room of everything. And this mileage will begin that Perseverance will start to benefit from various other things which power entails. So I believe that by this monumental effort which we have done, it's signs of good thing. We're expecting to see it translate into investors coming in. We expect to see it translate into small and medium scale enterprises where people will be able to use light as a source of electricity to be able to build up whatever they are doing. So on behalf of the State Electrification Agency, we owe a huge and say a very huge thank you to His Excellency for making this possible. Thank you.
Thank you for this program. We've come to the end of this signing of agreements. We started with a prayer. So in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Father, King of glory, we give you thanks once again for this opportunity to granted us as your children. Father, we thank you for signing of this memorandum of understanding of this agreement with this people. Father, I say, blessed be thy holy name. For making me possible, and please say thank you. For Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Father,
education, a reality. It's been the passion of His Excellency the Governor since he came into office. So, apart from his signature projects, the superhighway, the deep sea port, the third area of his concern is power. Provision of electricity services or infrastructure to the states. And we have seen it's been demonstrated. In fact, it's becoming a very fast contract we're signing in this regard as far as this term is concerned. Because we've seen that it's going to benefit a lot of Cross Riverians, the entire communities of Cross River State, particularly the Calabar metropolis here. That is municipality and Calabarzon and all the newly developed areas, the expansion that is going on in this city. So we are going to have uninterrupted power supply. In fact, 24 hours, 7 days in a week. That is the benefit. It will improve the health condition of our citizenry around. It will also help, to energize the public sector, the private sector. People will now, and even the development strike that is going on by His Excellency, the garment factory and the rest of them, they need power supply. So this development today, within his 1 year in office, is a milestone as far as this issue of governance is concerned. And he has assured us that certainly is one of the projects is banned in commissioning. That is, when the supply is made, he will certainly come here to cut the tape as far as that is concerned. We are happy with this development, and we think that Cross Riverians should as well be happy and commend His Excellency.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.